buttons. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Go ahead and leave a comment and let's go. Hi, Elizabeth here. Let me push live in all the places I need to go live. Live there and live here. Make sure everything's working. Yes. So go ahead, leave a comment, and I will do my best to get to you. I'm streaming in a few different places, so I want to make sure that I pay attention and everyone who's here. Great. Okay. Good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you can hear me, leave a comment, leave a note. Let me know you can hear me. Thank you. Yes, good, 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 good. Good. So we're here today for LinkedIn Live, and we're talking about 5 easy peasy ways experts and you can use silence to captivate and inspire without saying a word. That sounds great, right? So let's get into it. And just a quick little note, I'm going to be packaging this all up for you as I usually do. And the volume, is that okay? You can, okay. Packaging this all up for you in the LinkedIn carousel. So just send me a private message with a heart. Just send me a comment, a message, anything. Say, send me the notes and I'll send them to you so you don't have to take notes. And I'll send them all to you as soon as this is over. So yeah, send me a private message, say send the notes or a heart or what have you, and I'll know what you mean. I'll give you the link for that. But first of all, let me introduce myself. Who am I and why should you listen to me? So hi, I'm Elizabeth, the ECM, Elizabeth Catherine Miller of Talk with ECM. Those are my initials. And I'm a verbal branding expert, helping you attract attention, wow audiences, and kick imposter syndrome to the curb. Yes, let's do that. And let's connect. If we're not connected already, just send me a message. Let's connect. Let's get to know each other and keep this conversation going. Great. So I'm checking just one little thing here. Some of the things, technology. Good. All right. Yes, everything is working. I'm getting notifications from the computer giving me tips how to make this better, but now it's not the most convenient time for that, right? So good. Today we're talking about silence. Again, that's 5 easy peasy ways experts and you can use silence to captivate and inspire and spur others to take action, to listen to what you have to say, all without saying a word. So this is the prep work you want to do so that you can get that. And are you ready? Who is ready for that? Who's ready for that? Come on. This is 5 easy ways for you to be seen and recognized for the value that you offer. And why should people listen to you, right? I know, because you're here, that you have value to offer. You do. You have knowledge and experience that people want to hear. It's unique to you, things that other people can't offer and can't offer in the way that. So by just keeping quiet or letting your comments be brushed aside in a meeting or not showing up, not sharing what you have with others it's actually unfair. It's wrong. It's selfish. And we're going to stop doing that. I'm going to show you how to be heard, seen for the value that you have so that you can start offering it to others and make the world a better place. Sounds cheesy, but it's true. Let's dig in. And today I'll guide you through those 5 proven habits to effortlessly control attention, command respect, and exude confidence without being loud, obnoxious, memorizing weird scripts, or in this case, since we're talking about silence, without even saying a word. How cool is that? And let's dig in. Now, this is a LinkedIn Live, so it makes it hard for it to be an interactive session. The audio sessions are a little bit better for that. You can join me on Fridays for more interactive sessions. But when you have questions, comments, something you want to add from your own experience, leave a comment or send me a private message and I'll read it and respond. If I don't respond here in the live session because I'm a bit overwhelmed with all the streams, I will respond afterwards. So here we go. Again, it's 5 easy peasy ways to use silence to your advantage. So first of all, let's talk about silence. And we all know how awful and awkward silence can be. That's what I'm talking about. That awkward silence. And then once it starts, it's really tricky to know like how to start talking again without making it even more awkward or worse. I don't know. Have you ever been in that situation where it's an awkward silence? So you try saying something and then that effort falls flat on the floor. And then it's just even worse than if I just stayed quiet. Yeah, we're going to get into all of that in the next 10 minutes. But first, let me remind you, I'm here, I'm available, I'm reading your comments. So feel free to interact, reach out, talk with me, send me a response afterwards, and I'll send you the notes, everything like that. So let's dig into it. And I'm just double checking. If you see me looking around, I'm just double checking the chats in different places to see. I actually do not see the chat on LinkedIn. So if you're chatting to me on LinkedIn, I can't see that. YouTube, I've got it. So great. So let's dig into this. So this is 5 easy peasy ways to use silence to your control so that you can connect with others, stand out as an authority, boost your reputation, and actually like set up and stand on a rock solid confidence. And when awkward things do come up, I'm going to show you how to raise gracefully above that. All of this without saying a single word. So anyone who feels shy, awkward, or not awkward, shy, or introverted, yeah, this is a time for you to shine. I'm going to give you 5 tips. Number 1, I don't have my cool number thing today. Sorry. Number 1, we're going to talk about how silence can be used, and I like to think of little tags. So as verbal highlighters, how silence can be used as a verbal highlighter to add emphasis. So when pauses occur, especially when they occur in unexpected places, they create the sense of anticipation. And it gives people, the listeners, time to process what you're saying and fully appreciate the significance of what you're sharing. So I'm going to give you a little try this experiment, and I'll also put this in the notes. Try pausing mid-sentence. This is something we usually don't do. Pause before you get to the main point or idea. And this pause will just naturally draw others in towards you. Maybe they'll eagerly lean in to hear what you're going to say. Most people don't expect a pause mid-sentence. People want to know what's coming next. Did you feel that? People want to know what's coming next because our brains are hardwired to close those gaps. And so when I say a phrase, people want to know, your brain wants to know, what is it people want to know? Let me listen in. It's a great way to put a verbal highlighter there on what the main point or idea I'm saying without screaming, hollering, being obnoxious or in your face. And I have to say that this simple pause works so much better than getting loud, screaming, getting red in the face, jumping up and down, saying, listen to me, this is important. I promise. Just try it. Just try it. Just pause before the main crux of what you want to say, and people will lean in. And it also avoids the conversation from moving on before you're ready. Number two is a verbal spacebar. Silence can be used like a verbal spacebar to create clarity. It's a little bit linked to the first one. Pauses serve as natural separators, giving time for both you, the speaker, and your listeners to take a breath. gather your thoughts and process the information shared. This is helpful if you need a little bit of clarity, if you've just finished a big chunk of information and you're about to go into the next one. It's really nice just to give a pause there for everyone, yourself included, to get that breath of fresh air. So try this. Have a drink of water. Pausing to drink water is completely natural and understandable. It doesn't create that awkward, what's next? And it gives me time as a speaker, or you time as a speaker when you're speaking, to gather your thoughts, and listeners a moment to process what's already been said. So after I've just finished a big thing, I might stop, take a drink of water before diving into the whole next section. It also helps if you're speaking a lot and speaking rapidly and dry mouth. So let me take a drink of water. And it doesn't feel awkward somehow when we're drinking water. Number 3. Verbal spotlight, and this invites engagement. So silence has this remarkable ability to draw people in. Now, if I'm silent all the time, that's too much. But silence within speech, it draws people in, and these pauses encourage active listening and prompt others to dig in and reflect upon their own thoughts and experiences. So if I've just shared a personal story, something I've done, seen, and I made my point, now I want to give pause so that you can think about times when you felt that way or experienced something similar. So try this. I'll give you a little try this with number 3 here. Use words to create a mental image or trigger a memory. Then allow time for listeners to think and reflect before jumping right into your next sentence. So have you ever had a time when you felt awkward or experienced an incredibly awkward silence? Rhetorical questions are really good for this. And you pause right there. Let people think. Let them dig into their memories. When was it? Where was I? What did it feel like? And then I can jump into, here are the things we're going to do to avoid that. And actually, that's what I'm doing right now. So very on point. Number 4. We're jumping through these pretty quickly, trying to keep this to a quick lunch break session. So number 4 is silences can act like a verbal magnet. A verbal magnet, just drawing people in towards you and help create connection. A well-placed pause is incredibly powerful. It's a great way to evoke emotions. And silence also has the ability to enable empathy. That is, that connection, understanding, that human understanding. And it gives space to establish a profound emotional connection with your audience and build trust. So when you're giving a presentation or sharing a personal story, even one-to-one, give a little bit of silence. Let your listener think about that. Imagine how you really feel. Imagine that embarrassing moment you just shared, or that triumphant moment of glory. Whichever it is, it doesn't have to be negative. It can be very positive or sad or frustrating. Give space for that emotion to develop and grow in your listener so that they can relate and connect with you. That's part of the sharing stories. So my number 4, try this. Think of someone you trust. Got them in your head? Okay, think of them. Think of how they talk. Do they rush through their words and flood you with information overload, just giving facts and facts and facts and facts and facts and facts and lots of details? Probably not. Pay attention to what you deem, or people who you deem to be trustworthy sources. Notice how they deliver their message. How do you feel? How does it work? Take a moment to separate yourself from the content of their message and think about how they say it. Jot down some notes and try to incorporate those things into your language as well. I bet they're part of these 5. Spoiler alert. All right. And so just if you're catching us right now, I saw some people just show up. Hello, hello, hello. We're going through, oh, hold on one second. I just got a notification here. What is this? All right. I didn't go live. Uh-oh, LinkedIn doesn't have live. We're doing the best we can. We are doing the best we can. That's why I couldn't see the... Oh no. That was a fail on LinkedIn. Okay. So I will finish with, how should I say? I do number 5 for YouTube and then go back and catch the other 4. And it was repeating back to me. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Let me allow some silence and empathy because I just had a very awkward moment of forgetting to press the go live button. Mercy, mercy, mercy. So here's what we're going to do. I have a plan. No stress. These are the 5 easy peasy ways experts use to use silence to captivate and inspire, all without saying a word. And you're here with me, Elizabeth from Talk with ECM, and we are live now on LinkedIn and on YouTube. So what happened is that YouTube already started, and so I'm going to go back to YouTube and finish up number 5, and then I'll swing back around for my LinkedIn session, and I'll cut the YouTube one. It's going to be magic. It's going to be magic. So for you LinkedIn listeners, if you could just bear with me here. We're going to do number 5. Number 5. And this is actually the number 5 that I do for pretty much any list of things for communication. And maybe it could even be number 1 for you for LinkedIn. And that is practice. Practice, practice, practice. It's all about the art of timing. It's about getting comfortable with using silence and all of these skills. Like anything, it takes practice to learn. Pausing too frequently or for too long, and it creates confusion. But if you don't pause enough, it can create an overwhelming information overload. So neither of those are where we want to be. We want to be right in the middle. Find the right balance so that your words will flow naturally with impact and meaning. That is the goal. That is what we want. And I even have a try this for number 5. The internet, as we both know, it's full of valuable information and tips to improve the way we speak, how we present. But there's always one thing missing, and it's a big thing. I've noticed it's always missing, and that's practice. How can we practice? I want you to make it a priority and apply and practice these tips with others, with your family, with your friends, when you go to the local coffee shop, with coworkers, or sign up for my practice sessions. I'm going to leave a link in the comments so you can sign up for that. And I want to keep this conversation going. So in the comments, let me know, what tips do you have to get attention, respect while you're speaking? So leave a comment down there, tell me in a post or a comment, hashtag talk with ECM. I'd love to hear about it. And this, and also if you want the notes from this session, send me a message or a comment, tell me you want the notes, send me a heart, and I will send them to you. And this is where we're going to say goodbye to our YouTube friends, and we're going to swing right back around and catch the first 4 for our LinkedIn friends. So YouTube, we're going to say goodbye. Thanks. And that stream